What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brendan. I'm BManX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. We're going to be talking about Netflix's live-action One Piece Season 2. We have cast confirmations for Nico, Robin, and Crocodile. Miss All Sunday is coming in Season 2, and we might even get some clips of Crocodile, although not much, as we are not getting into the direct Alabasta arc. In Season 2, we're getting to Alabasta probably by the end of the season. So I expect there to be a little bit of Crocodile, especially when Sanji calls him during the was it the Giant Island arc? I can't remember the name. With Broggy and Broggy? I can't remember the other name of the the other giant. But when we get to the Giant Island, so that's going to be cool. So we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about these castings, what we think about them, as well as what we think about potential other castings for Season 2. We've talked already about a lot of the castings that were made, which honestly I had no problem with. A lot of the castings I feel were really, really, really good, and I was excited about them. But we're going to get into it here. And hey, if you enjoyed this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. All right, Netflix has revealed the actress and actor behind One Piece Season 2's characters of Nico, Robin, and Crocodile. What's on Netflix spotted a seemingly accidental update to Netflix Tudum website, which revealed Lyra Abova will play Miss All Sunday, otherwise known as Nico Robin, and Joe Manganiello. I'm awful with names. Manganiello. I think it will play Mr. Zero, otherwise known as Crocodile. Updated its Season 2 preview page with a new video released on Wednesday as part of its Geeked Week showcase, where Buggy the Clown actor Jeff Ward gave a tame behind-the-scenes look at the Season 2 set. But alongside this came an excerpt on these two new cast members alongside images of them in a slideshow. The proper reveal will likely come during the main event later today, September the 19th. And they did have a video there of the guy playing Joe Manganiello playing Mr. Zero. And he kind of came on stage and he had like a little lapel flower, which was really cool because it kind of harkened to the look of Crocodile and his leather coat. And that was actually really kind of cool. So it seemed like he might be a big fan of the show, or at least willing to kind of honor the source material, and which is really, really cool. Jeff Ward seems like he's a great guy. I always like Jeff Ward and stuff. He hasn't been anything like big, but he's always a fun actor. He's always, I watched him in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and in other projects he's been in. I feel like he's always done a really great job. I feel like he might be a fan of One Piece. Just seems like he's kind of got that fan vibe, which would be really cool, especially since Buggy's going to be with us for a long time. I mean, all these characters are going to be with us for a long time if the show continues. So here we have the spoilers. So here is Lyra Abova and Joe Manganiello. I think the look of him is great. One thing I was worried about is he's like a comical guy. Like he's a very comical guy in a lot of the roles he's played. And I was worried is he gonna be good for this role? Because Crocodile's not really a comical role. It's a more serious role, just like a bloodthirsty killer and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see him play in a more serious role, just because it's not really his style from a lot of the projects I've seen him in. And if you know other projects he's done where he's played a more serious actor, let me know. I just haven't seen them. So I always come at it from a, which isn't as necessarily, because Richard Dean Anderson, when interviewing for Stargate, told him, this guy was a depressed, it was, in the original movie with Kurt Russell, the Stargate movie, Colonel Jack O'Neill was ready to die because his son had committed suicide with his own gun, or had accidentally killed himself with his own gun. He was ready to die to protect the Earth because he couldn't live with what had happened. And Richard Dean Anderson's like, I'm not that kind of guy. And they're like, it'll be fine. And he actually did play a very funny Colonel Jack O'Neill, but I mean, that was going from a movie to a TV series. We're going to a series that has an established way of running the character, but there could be changes that people find amusing and work, as well as, like I said, he could play a more serious, Crocodile than what I think he will. But I think I like the look of him, and I think I'm excited to see him as Crocodile, because honestly, I was looking at him, and he had kind of longer hair at that video event they were at, where they kind of introduced them, and he had longer hair, so it kind of had like almost a crocodile style hair, maybe not like combed right back over, slicked back over, but he had kind of the longer hair, and it looked really good. And I almost like just imagining the line across his face and stuff like that. I'm like, I think that'll look really cool. So I'm excited for that. Really excited for that. Lyra Abova, I have not seen her in anything, but I think she has a really good look, for Nico Robin. So I'm excited for that. One thing I will say, and no disrespect to the actresses at all whatsoever, I love Emily Rudd as Nami. She does a fantastic job. Something I've noticed though is, and might be just a Japanese, of course this is probably just a Japanese thing, is they do draw Robin, and we both know Robin and Nami are drawn very busty. They very, big assets and stuff like that. And I noticed that the people they found to play them, I wouldn't call them flat or anything like that. Like, again, no disrespect to them, but I would say that they're not at that kind of level that, well, honestly, they're not at that ridiculous level that anime pumps things up to. So it's just interesting to see if people are going to have a problem with that. Me, myself, I'm personally not going to have a problem with that. They do have a lot of humor based around that whole, figure-esque type thing in the series, which they would have to like then play differently. It'll be interesting too, how they do that. But I just noticed that in just looking back and taking a look at it, I noticed that is something that's going to change, because I don't think, and I hope they don't like stuff to make them look bigger, because honestly, I feel like that is just silly. I'd rather them just stick with what they got and just make it work and stuff like that. So I did notice that as one thing, but I mean, her look is amazing, and I think she would make the look of Nico Robin would be great. So I do agree with that, but I was just pointing that out just because I think that there's going to be some criticism there from people who are major fans of the set. I'm a major fan of the set, but I really don't care about things like that, but I can see there being criticism in there. So let me know what you guys think about that. So yeah, both Crocodile and Robin are major characters introduced in the One Piece world in Season 2, serving as primary antagonists of the Baroque Works Agency, which Luffy and the Straw Hats must take on. Abova has appeared in Good Side of a Bad Man, Extraterritorial, and Anna, while Manganiello appeared in the 2002 Spider-Man film as Flash Thompson. Oh wait, that's like 2002. Oh wow, he was Flash. I have to go back and see that, because that would have been Toby. I think that'd be Toby. The Magic Mike series, How I Met Your Mother. Yeah, I remember How I Met True Blood, and more. Oh, he was in True Blood. So more of a serious role potentially. The pair star in Season 2 alongside a number of new faces, including Charithra Chandran as Miss Wednesday, Katie Seagal as Dr. Corral. I'm super excited about that. I'm even super excited about her as Vivi, because I'm cool with the whole, like, they're making it very, I won't say diverse because I hate that word, but they're making it accurate to what you would expect from regions, which is okay. Like, we don't need to race swap characters. We can keep them accurate to their region, which, like, Vivi comes from a desert country. So you would expect someone to have a maybe not super dark, but darker skin, her and her father being someone who lives in a country that's primarily surrounded by sand and suffers from drought. So, I mean, That is accuracy. Accuracy is important. Swapping things for the sake of swapping things and making diversity. Like, I didn't care for Nami's sister being race swapped. And it's like, I know they're not biological sisters, but they both were found in the same country and stuff like that. So, I mean, that was them trying to, you know, do the thing. But it really didn't matter because, honestly, Nami's character, it wasn't anything, like, super important because Nami's sister really doesn't appear in the show after she leaves the island. She's there, and then she's gone. We might see her again in one of those, when they get their wanted posters and they're looking at all the the wanted posters, but that's it. So we also have Mark, I like this, Mark Herelick as Dr. Hiraluk. Sandil Ramamurthy, I'm really bad with names, so I apologize, as Nefertari Cobra. I love that actor. I think that was a great cast. Brendan Sean Murray. Well, we like Brendan's as Broggy. Callum Kerr as Smoker. I can't wait to see Smoker. Cameron Johnson as Mr. 5. Cameron Johnson. I enjoy his acting, so I think he'll be great in number 5. Clive Russell's Crocus. That's another cool one. Daniel Lasker as Mr. 9. David Dastmalchian as Mr. 3. I cannot wait for that. David Dastmalchian is a fantastic actor. I love him in everything I see him in. I can't wait for that. Jazara Jaslin as Mr. Valentine. Julia Raywald as Tashigi. Rob Coletti as Wapple. And Ty Keogh as Dalton. And Werner Coaster. I see. I suck at names. As Dory. Jamie Lee Curtis was long expected to play Dr. Correa after expressing interest herself, and co-showrunner Matt Owens saying, "At this point, we're writing it for her. Won't appear in season 2 after all." I'm fine with that. I think Katie Seagal will do a great job. She's an older actor, but she's a great actor, so I'm excited for that. So, I mean, that's I think we're getting there with our cast. I think I don't know if they're just gonna do like a kind of Smoker reveal at the end of season 2, but I feel like end of season 2 we'll probably get an Ace reveal. So I don't know if we'll know who is playing Ace until the very end. Like, I feel like that would be a really good thing to hold close to the belt until you get ready to do the show, and then you do the show, and then at the end you have the reveal of Ace. And if it's a popular choice, that could really propel the show into season 3, depending on how things go. But I do like the castings for Mr. Zero and Miss All Sunday. I think they're really great. I can't wait to see season 2. Honestly, I can't wait for it to happen. I was hoping we get it sometime early next year, but I feel like it's probably going to be summer. That's the one thing. It's really hard if they need to. I feel like they need to speed up the pace of these shows if they want to be able to do this and continue doing this for a long time. If they can continue the popularity and pushing just the good story and good adaptation, then they really need to push this far into as far as they can, fast as they can. I mean, like we talked about Stargate, 20 episodes, 20 40-minute episodes a season, 22 actually to start with, 22 to 24. They brought them down to 20, but 20 episodes a season or more, 40 minutes an episode. We're looking at, these are like 50 to an hour episodes, and you only get 8 to 10 of them. So really, you're only getting 15 if you kind of do the same kind of math. It just feels like they could do more. And like, you would have Stargate air in late September, October, have a couple breaks in between, and then continue airing into May. And then you would have it air again the next year in October. These big gaps of 2 years in between a series are not doing these streaming companies any good, because we're waiting too long. People are growing up a lot faster. So you're able to cover less ground and then you don't necessarily do as good of a job because you're worried about, like, oh, well, this things are changing so much. Look at old shows. They lasted 8 to 10 seasons for a reason. Now shows are lasting 3 to 5. And people need to really look at that. The writing is important. The timing is important. Everything's important. But tell me what you guys think. I'm excited for Joe Manganiello and Lyra Bova. Apologies if I pronounce your name wrong. And, I can't wait to see their One Piece looks in season 2. But that's all the time we have for this video, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. We hope to see you in the next video. And as always, have a wonderful day. And that is all for now, folks.